Hello, this time we have a very wild game played on Foxy with lots of dragon chases and some kills that shouldn't happen. For example, this lower left corner was alive, but somehow Black died instead of leaving unconditionally. So did White in the top left corner. He was supposed to leave, but he messed up. So let's check it out. Lots of Tsume goals went wrong this game, and the big dragon escaped in the top. And in fact, White wasn't supposed to resign this one because it's still rather close and maybe slightly better for White, but maybe White had a bad heart losing the top left corner instead of just leaving unconditionally. So he said, okay, let's give it up. So let's check from the beginning. We have two Komokus against one Komoku, one Hoshi. Now here, the Shimari is generally good, but in this case, it's quite nice and active to attack the lower left corner directly because black comes from the top left corner, so black has two stones against one on this side. Now if I just place the basic Joseki, it feels very nice for black to develop in the direction of d17. Also here, after playing the hanging connection, black can think about the Shimari in the top left, high or low, in order to put more emphasis on the corner than the side. But that's another story. Anyway, it's good to prevent the Shimari. So when black makes a Shimari, white can also make a Shimari. Now, of course, black can make another one or a high one, but it's absolutely fine to play an inside approach or split the side, outside approach, attaches here or here to be AI, trying to play in the AI style. But inside approach O3, it's actually the most common move in this kind of configuration. Now white decided to pincer. Usually white just connects defense very calm on the right side or play some pincer that connects better to the Shimari, but this is fine. So black simply invades the corner. Now here black can think about the double approach and the basic Joseki is like this. This happens a lot in handicap games too. Also black can consider one space jump and put pressure in order to get some outside thickness and just give up the bottom territory, then play a big point too. But the Sun is probably the most simple follow-up. Now, the Hane is not the optimal thing to play. This Hane is played when white has another stone at q6 or r6 in order to set up the base with the Keima. So when there are no white stones on the right side, black should always push. Then white will simply stay ahead, now Hane, and connect in order to get an easy jump on the right side, because this move is Sente, white needs to protect here or here. If white just turns, black will cut, so black is happy to capture that stone and leave big in the corner and also connect the O3. So white usually plays the solid connection, or more modern, just connect under. Now black will jump out. So this is a basic Joseki. And black gets more points in the corner, being on the third line like this, than what happened in the game. So this way, black was on the second line. So this is the kind of situation, and I often see it confused in many games by Q players in general. So let's say black played another move somewhere else, and white has a stone at q6. Now this is the kind of position where black jumps in the corner, and now instead of pushing, which is wrong, because white just blocks with a good shape, now it's important to play q2 first, then connect, and then slide with Keima. So this is the way to live in the corner now. But when there is no stone at q6, black should always push. Push first at r4. Now if white becomes ambitious and blocks with a Hane at r5, black will descend, white blocks, black cuts, Atari, go out, save the 3 stones, and capture the stone on the right side. So in this case, the r5 Hane, which is an overplay, is punished, and black just builds more in the corner compared to the Joseki. Because in the Joseki, this r5, it's not supposed to die. I mean, it never happens. So back to the original game. The position in the game is just a little bit lower for black, so black accepted to go one line to the edge. Now white puts pressure and black plays away. Now here it's good for black to push once and then either turn to expand the corner or play a clamp and then connect. If white goes down, black has two options: either attach again and connect under, or cut and fight. So when cut, black has to crawl, white has to turn and crawl, and then black will keep going, and this is very painful for white. Sometimes we see white playing an Atari and then push, but white shouldn't play this Atari, because maybe it's more interesting for white to play Atari from the other side. But first, white needs to push and make sure he has enough space to leave, which is super painful to go on the second line like that, even if he leaves. So it's good for black to push and then clamp. Now if black plays away, which is also a big point, white played the wrong push. White should actually play s6, sorry, to threaten to kill the corner. So when black goes up, white blocks, black needs another move, and white extends all the way to the right side. This cut is not such a big deal. Oops. Because white can leave both on the bottom and the right side, even if separated. So this is a way to punish black in the corner. Just block. Because if black pushes and then takes away the extension, white will kill the corner, hane and hane, and that's it. The corner died. So that block is center. That's why for black it's good to push once and turn, or push and clamp, just to prevent s6 blocking center for white. Now white push like this, and black is just alive. So now it doesn't matter if white plays another move, the group is already alive, which means this exchange, the push, was actually a thank you move. It helped black more than white. So white probably realized that and played away. But playing this extension, it's a flat move. White should extend high, because he's got already 2 stones on the lower, well actually more stones on the third line, so it has to go up 1. Also, white left the cut at r5, so now white is supposed to protect the cut like this, or like this. So when black pushes and cuts, now the ladder works. That's quite big too. So white tends to be passive with this j3. Now for black it's very good to extend in the top like k16. So instead, if black goes k17, this is also flat. Too many moves on the third line. I guess you got the concept. Very good to play k16. Now white has to play either on the left side or on the right side. Ooh, but white was a bit too aggressive. He wants to separate, to damage the moire right away. Playing a move at d11, it's actually nice, because now black will probably play something on the right. Then white can enter in the top, or maybe play something in the middle to set up a box like this. The thing is, d11 is nice, because white has a shimari and 2 middle side extension. One on the left, one on the bottom. So that's generally an ideal formation to have. But black decides to go inside. Now, white decides to attach and damage the top. Black can go down, black can go up, or hane, or just pincer, which happened in the game. That's very good. Now here, white can hane, then bump. Now when black goes up, white captures a stone, and if black goes down, white turns and jumps out. So this is a pretty successful invasion for white, but also black doesn't complain, because the corner is solid and nice. The top territory will form pretty well. So this is fine for black. This is okay. Now here black can put more pressure on the group with a block. White stones, they don't have a base yet, so they need to jump or nobi, and this is still a lot of pressure on white. White is still on the run with that group, completely eyeless. Like that, white can fix the corner, and that's it. So jump first. This game is nice, connects well the stones on the left side. But here black doesn't have to bump or play the bamboo connection. Black can block, because this threatens to capture the stones, so white will connect, and black is actually fine. Now black can play away a big point, because if white goes Atari, black connects, and if white tries to be fancy with a cut like this, black has the ladder, so nothing happens when Atari connect, when Atari capture. So black is absolutely fine. Playing this bump and the bamboo, well, it leaves some cutting points in the top, but for white it's very easy to push again, or wait, first bump instante and then push. Now black will block again, which means white leaves instante in the top, and now white will grab the big point on the right side. That pretty much happened, but it wasn't center, so black played on the right side, which is super big. also threatening to push and cut. Now this is a bit strange, it's hard to surround that stone like that. Maybe a better player cap. Even if white just makes some life here, let's say white survives somehow. This is actually not so great for white. Rolling a lot. Yeah, this is painful. And if white captures a stone, it's also painful. Because black gets a lot of profit in the top. And this is what black wants actually. Attack in order to build. And well, this move pretty much has the same idea, but white can split it up with a push. So playing a cap like that, or even Kosumitsuke and jump, keeps black more tight, and white is still on the run. So white needs this move, then black can also push here and cut this guy, and already black gets some profit, and white is still on the run. So these are the options to attack. Now, yeah, the problem is Q10 becomes weaker like this. So when you attack with a cap or a Kosumi or a Tech or anything coming from this Q10 or a kick, black attacks from the weak stone in order to strengthen it and push white into the strong formation, because in the top black is strong here. So attacking from the strong side just weakens the weak side. Normally here black should Hane, but then white wants to cut, Atari and capture one stone. But even if this happens, white is still under some pressure here. So black gets some profit in the top anyway. But no be out like this just weakens Q10 even more. So white was supposed to push again, then push one more or turn first, Hane, Atari, push, then cap. Now all of a sudden Hunter hunted. The stone that was supposed to be used to attack severe now becomes a target. So white just came up, and here black should cover. Because even if white attaches in the corner like this, it's not such a big deal. White will leave, but black stones are connected, solid, and now black can profit in the middle. A cut here, it's actually a Tesuji, to sacrifice one stone, then Atari from the outside and separate the other stone in the center. That's a tactic to keep white separated. This feels a little bit slack. Kosumitsuke would be better, so when white goes out, black can turn. Black can also go back and protect like this, but then white will cruise between the stones, so better cover and keep the pressure. Now, white pushes out, black jumps, white tries to connect, but white should actually wedge to create cutting points and then try to kill this guy on a larger scale, either like this or with a cap move. That feels too slow. So here, black should play the tiger mount, allow the connection underneath, forget about the attack on the right side, now white is connected, and then think about some ways to reduce the bottom. For example, this kind of combination, and then a light formation, sabaki. This way is still dangerous, so white fights to keep things separated, and black might die inside. Now normally, black should separate here. Then there's still a chance to continue fighting, because white doesn't have many liberties either, and it's not so easy to surround this group. So black actually has plenty of liberties, and it's also, yeah, so white will lose the semi rapidly, only 2 liberties. Ouch. This is good for black. Black had to go down. Now if white tries this move, black will separate. If white will surround, black comes out. How is the semi now? Push once, then attach in order to come out, or just go out like this. So once again, not so easy to... black will just connect under, so it's done. Again, black wins the semi. 1, 2, oh, here we need to connect again. Yeah, everything is fine. Black is alive and white is not. No way to build twice here. Oh, this is actually dead in Gote, because it's only one eye. Ouch. So white could die big, that's one thing. Now black comes out, White can connect under. Of course, black will turn and fight in the middle, but it's a different story. At least white keeps the big group connected. So black again can separate. But this got delayed, so now white is out. That's a bit dangerous for white to play the double hane. Here, black should run out. It's quite urgent to play a one space jump and go into the middle. With this move, black is looking for I shape and try to reduce the bottom, but it can be a little more dangerous. Luckily, black managed. This is a better shape, so when white pushes, it's good I formation. Go out, can push along and keep pushing. But then, black needs to connect here in center all the time, because white will block, and this way we have a target in the middle. Well, actually that happened eventually. Yep. And now attack the center. Probably even push again, lean on the bottom, because when white comes out, there is hane and double hane, threatening to enter the bottom side. So white might nobi again to keep the bottom box, but now the pip is severe and then Kosumi. So like this, white is losing I shape. This way, white can play this kind of move to prevent the pip. And now it's a bit harder to attack, because it's quite easy for white to make flexible formations to make eyes in the center. This pip hurt him a lot. Then the invasion in the corner, very good. Here black was supposed to leave unconditionally. White should go up, and then normally black will leave in a co-fight, which is quite annoying. But the way it happened in the game, black would leave unconditionally. So go down, very good. Then instead of this move, the b2, the 2-2 point will just leave. So when turn, I shape, go down, connect, hane, block. This move works too, and when white turned, black had to go down, just descend. That's the I shape. So when hane, block, clear I shape. When white tries to hit a vital point, black will separate. When push, atari. And now there are two eyes again. I mean, it's obvious. One eye here, one eye here. So in general, when a group has to leave, one has to expand the eye space. And playing a move like this, like c2, just makes it smaller. Expanding would be to go down. Also, another way to leave is to play the key point, a2, because on this atari, black can go down. And when cut, it's self atari. And on atari from the outside, black connects. So this is another way to make two eyes. It's just 2 points compared to the other life, which is a little bit bigger. So going down would be, in the end, it's 1 to 3 points life because of this endgame atari, atari. So 3 points is bigger than 2, but anyway, black should leave in either d1 or a1. Sorry, a2 or d1. Okay, so now white killed the group. Probably black had this red backwards, like white hane, and then make the two eyes. But of course, white hits the vital point, and then when d1, connect under, when a3, d1. So it's a bit, it's a pity black lost this corner on a very basic 2-go situation. Now that was a little bit deep, just came up. So it's difficult to really trick white here. Actually, white can kill more. Just play the bump, and then even if black atari and atari again, there is no way out for this black group. And the group in the lower left dies anyway. So white could kill more and finish the game here. But white let black escape. Nice guy. It's good to push first. Separate, and then when white cuts, connect like this. If white comes inside, there's atari, or connect the other way. Always good to cut your opponent's stones. Now they are cut, but white should go back and protect. White was too brave here. Nothing really works. Okay, now some groups should die. So here, for example, black can think of Kosumi, because if white wants to push through and connect, it doesn't work. It will be self atari. Also, that Kosumi, it's attacking indirectly the group on the right and put some pressure on the top too. If white goes down here, not a problem. Black will play like this, then peep. So this group is dead inside anyway, because black can always connect back like that. And there are no eyes for the entire chain of stones here. They are completely dead. So connect. Then finally white collapse around here. But let's see, Atari, go out, Atari under. If white cuts, black connects here. If white cuts here, black connects on the left. This will kill very clean those stones. And now instead of this move, just connect under, turn. And then keep pushing, and then block here, or push again to take away the liberties. Atari, and boom. There are several ways to kill these guys. Also jump like this. So when white cuts, black can push. If white pushes, he's losing the liberties fast. Then on this move, just Atari. Even after this, black could kill more. So just turn. Because there are no liberties for white to... I mean, if white Hane, black will Atari. When white connects, boom. Like this, white can go down and catch the stones. So white still save like the tail or half of the dead stones. So better turn and keep pushing. Kill all. Oops, not like that. Like this. So here black was a little bit slack donating those stones. Now those two moves are good to be kept in reserve as co-threads, because now they didn't give black any profit, just fix white's formation. And maybe later when you have a call like it happened in the top, it would be good to have this clamp and this in order to catch back those stones. So no need to waste those threads. Now in this position, black should just go down. If white descends, black can play a peep and then another peep to protect solid, and then hit the vital point here, and the group is dead. So this move, then that one, fine. Bamboo is good. Here, better turn, because it connects and in the same time threatens to separate. And those two stones die inside. Then tac, hit the vital point. On this move connect, on this move Atari, on this move counter Atari, when this one capture, and that's a false eye, so still only one eye. Black missed a pretty nice opportunity here. In fact, Atari works, so when white tries a snapback, just capture. On this Atari, you don't care because you can take back one stone. So it's still a false eye. That's good. White was greedy. White was supposed to play this move. In fact, not so easy. Actually, white should Hane in the top, Hane again, and then play this kind of hanging connection to build an eye in the top, because there's an eye in the middle, and he can make an eye in the top. Like this, we messed up. The way to make eye shape is J19 or, oops, K19. Because every time black goes Atari from the inside, white will drop down, and that's it. That's a clear eye shape. So playing like this, it leads to a co-fight. Now it would be nice to have those moves on the left side. That's a local threat. This is not big enough. So locally, black should just connect. Because if white connects, black dies, kills. And if white goes down L19, the co will continue. That's a good local threat. And even if white leaves in the top, after playing G19, it works to cut E18. So let's see, but right now it's difficult for white to leave. Where are the threats? Clamp here, not necessarily a co-threat, because if this happens, Atari, Atari, take, then block. Atari, connect, defend, this, jump. So there is only a false eye in the top, which means it's not so easy for white to leave actually. So this move is not a threat. What else it's a threat? In the middle, no way to make twice. Push out. Yeah, this can be a threat. And then take back the call. So now black can cut here. So that's just collateral damage. For black, it's actually better to cut like this. Now when white leaves, black takes the stones in order to leave in the corner. So this gives 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. 12, actually like 15 points plus saving the guys. Another 15. This is a 30 points or more than 30 because it also damages some points around H2. So it's close to 40 points damage. I think it's a good way to win the game just like that. This way, black will Atari and catch one stone. So Atari first, then connect. And this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's like 15 points, but capturing these guys was about 35. Much bigger. Hane was good, everything center. Now some endgame. This was fine, cut. And here, white messed up. In order to leave in the corner, white had to push and then just go down. Now if white doesn't see he can leave like this, which is absolutely clear, white can also leave by playing either b19 or a18. Because now when black card plays inside trying to kill the eye shape, white can connect solid. There's an eye on the left side. Also, white can go down. There is still this eye on the left side. And even if white doesn't see all these things happening, so let's say white doesn't push, white can play a18 or white can play b19. On this move, when black goes here to hit the eye shape, white can go down and then attack from the outside. So again, white can make twice. Probably that's why white resigned the game. White played the empty triangle. Black hits the vital point. Oh, not yet. Actually, this would be the vital point. But let's see, in this case, white connects, then go down. Yeah, this will die. And if white plays this move, black can cut. Now there is no way to approach. Then when white plays here, black will block, and if white captures the stones, it's just dead. So the key point is actually b19. Playing this block, white can still leave. But white played away, which is a meaningless cut. Now Hane, and the group died. But the key point is still this one. Because when Hane, white can still play b19, and on this move, white can cut, and there is no way to take away the second eye. So the key point is b19, then when this one, Hane, and when this one, just play away. Because even if white goes down, this will form a band 4 in the corner, so the group is dead. Well, lots of tactical errors, both for white and black. I hope you enjoyed this one and play better next time.